Hello, my beautiful guys and dolls, and welcome to an episode of Before the Curtain. I'm your host, Abbie Campbell, and we are here to discover the passion behind the performance. Artists of all backgrounds will share their stories about what it takes to create, survive, and thrive in the competitive world of entertainment. Finding inspiration in their journeys, we aim to bring you everything that happens before the curtain. Okay, here we go. Whoa, English, I can do this. All right, and to your intro we go. Today's guest is an absolute gift to this world and one of the funniest people I know. Hailed by his peers as the young master of magic, he is a 3-time award winner at the World Magic Seminar here in Las Vegas. He has appeared on multiple television networks, including NBC's The Today Show, Penn and Teller's Fool Us, Wizard Wars, and was a featured star on the CW's Masters of Illusion. His blend of high energy, sleight of hand, music, and infectious spirit has brought his talents all over the world, headlining on stages across North America, Europe, Asia, and the Caribbean, including the rather exclusive venues, the House of Blues in Chicago, the Friars Club in New York, and Hollywood's famed Magic Castle. Beyond the stage, he transforms events into unforgettable experiences with Fortune 500 companies like Apple, GM, Motorola, and McDonald's. I am beyond honored that he is with us today. My guys and dolls, please help me welcome to the mic the incredibly talented, the enthralling Bill Cook.
Oh, now I gotta live up to that.
No pressure. It's easy for you. Are you kidding?
You know, you don't realize what you've done until someone reads it back to you. And then you just kind of like, oh, right. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, that wasn't a good one. Oh, that was... And you have this roller coaster of emotions. Like, that gig was so good. That gig sounded so good. That gig... Why is it in my bio? And
why is that in my bio? Who put that there?
I did. What's wrong with me? Good to be with you.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks for having me. Do what you got to do.
How did magic find you?
Do you want the honest answer or do you want the answer I tell on stage?
I want the honest answer.
Okay. The honest answer is I don't know. I've been in magic since I was a kid. I remember the movie Good Burger was in movie theaters, and there was a Nickelodeon store on Michigan Avenue in Chicago, and they were bringing the Good Burger mobile. It was like a gremlin with a big cheeseburger on the front of it. And, come to the Nickelodeon store, see the car. And I asked my parents, can we go see it this weekend? And my dad says, yeah, let's ask your grandparents if they want to do a trip downtown. My grandpa had been stationed at Navy Pier during World War II. He hadn't been back since the war, so the 5 of us went down to Navy Pier for the day, checked it out, went and saw the car at the Nickelodeon store. And at the Nickelodeon store, there was a rack of books, and I saw a magic book kit combo called the Mad Hatter Magic Kit. And I asked my grandma if I could have it. She nudged my grandpa. He took out a wad of cash, gave me money, and here we are, call it 30 years later.
Wow.
Yeah, that story does not age well on a ship, does not age well on a stage, does not age well when people are like, hey, elevator pitch, how'd you get into magic?
Uh-huh.
That story is, I had to do a report on somebody famous, pulled a name out of a hat. The name was Bobby Fischer, the chess master, went to the library. The chess books are next to the magic books, separated by 1 Dewey Decimal number. Someone misplaced 1 magic book into the chess books. I don't remember the grade on my report, but I have a career because somebody at the library made a mistake. That's the elevator pitch story that is not true in the slightest.
They're still cool, though. I mean, like, did that actually happen, though?
No, none of that is true.
Okay.
But that's one of those, you repeat a lie, it becomes true kind of a thing. And
got it.
What's nice is when you're performing in front of family audiences, any opportunity you get to be like, books are magic. Parents love that. Anytime you get someone who is of, a secular or a non-secular person, they look at it as, oh, an accident puts you into this position, or divine intervention put that book in that section, or this story that I've crafted hits everything that everyone wants to hear, whether you are a religious person or not, whether you're a book person or not. how are you finding the information versus how did you find this? Like, the answer
Yeah.
has just come out of me over time.
Yeah. It's good though. I mean, I like the honest answer. I think that's how it usually starts.
Harder to
But I
tell.
understand the one that you tell has a lot of inspiration and hope in it as well.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Did you ever stop doing magic once you started? Or was it just snowball from there?
I never stopped, but I've only ever had one other job. I've been a magician. I worked at a magic shop, magic. And then right out of high school, I was a specialist at the Apple Store. So I sold Apple products. I was there the day they launched the first iPhone. Like, I've been with my phone, the camera currently recording this. My iPhone I've been with it since day one.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Ugh. I was there for the start of the downturn of society.
Waiting for your cocktail saying, "Back in my day."
Look, back in my day, hanging up was a thing. Just click or, whatever it was. I had a Nokia brick. That was my first phone. And then I had the Motorola Razr. And then I went to the iPhone, and it's been all iPhone ever since.
That's hilarious. So Apple was your only other, like, non-magic job? Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the manager at the Apple Store was my assistant band director for marching band. And he came in wearing an Apple shirt one day to marching band. And we talked specs on some stuff that was coming out because I read
Uh-huh.
the Apple rumors pages and stuff. He goes, how do you know this stuff? Well, I was in the computer learning program at school and the service program where you work on the machines, and we were an all Apple school. And then I read the rumor pages, and on my 18th birthday, he called me and asked if I wanted a job. So
That's awesome that you never wavered from magic kinda once you started.
no, Abbie, I can't imagine doing anything else.
Yeah. And you knew that from a very young age.
I did.
Yeah.
And I had my family behind me.
Mm.
I've always had, between my parents, the biggest support system I have. My
Mm.
siblings, it took my siblings a little bit longer to get behind it because
Mhm.
it's not that they didn't get it, but, they were living their life, doing their career, doing their thing. And I was just staying local, doing magic tricks, not a big thing. And then you start getting on TV shows and you start really getting your name out there. And
I mean, how did you know that you could make it a full-time thing? Like, did you have any education or any mentors that you were like, "Oh, this can be a full-time job?"
I never got into it with the idea that it was going to be my full-time job. I actually went to school for a completely different thing. I went to school for audio, for
Mhm.
post-production audio. I was very fortunate to have a magic shop 15 minutes from my house. It closed in 2018, PJ's Trick Shop. And then Midwest Magic was in Franklin Park. That's a half an hour away. And then Magic Incorporated is in downtown Chicago. So I had 3 very good brick and mortar magic shops within driving distance. And I'd go hang out there, and these guys would come in and, oh, I got to go do a birthday party. I have to go do a gig. What's a gig? Oh, it's an event. Like what? Oh, he's doing a wedding. He's doing a corporate event. He's doing this. He's doing that. Man, where'd you get that car? Oh, I bought it with my job. What's your job? I'm a magician. You get paid enough money to do this? Oh, yeah, you can too. Huh. Okay. And then I got my first mentor at the magic shop. His name's Fred Paul Bailey. He's still a magician in the Chicago area. And then we started working on a contest act because I had heard about a thing called the World Magic Seminar held in Las Vegas. I went and competed for my first time and met my 2 main mentors, a man named Jeff McBride, based in Las Vegas, runs the Magic and Mystery School, and then a man named Eugene Berger from Chicago, who world-class, phenomenal performer, philosopher, writer, author. And then through Fred, my first mentor, Jeff and Eugene, the whole world opened up to me. And then the idea that the magic world is really close the more people you get to know, the more connected you get, the more opportunities arise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry. So at what time frame was that? Was that while you were in school?
I was 16 when
Oh, okay.
I went to the World Magic Seminar for the first time at 16. I competed for the first time at 17.
Oh, okay. And how many times have you been there or competed, I guess?
I competed, oh man, I can't tell you how many times I could.
Just a,
At the World Magic Seminar, I competed 1, 2, 3, 4. I competed 5 times at the World Magic Seminar.
mm,
That convention has since folded. And then, man, regional conventions and competitions and, oh man,
Are there a lot?
there were
Oh,
a
okay.
ton
Okay.
of contests.
I don't know.
And
I don't know much about the magic world.
yeah, every
So,
convention would have a competition. And
okay.
there were a lot of regional competitions and regional conventions. And a lot of times you would use the regional one to get notes to springboard to the bigger national ones. So now the
Okay.
big convention is the International Brotherhood of Magicians and the Society of American Magicians. Two
Okay.
major magic organizations have competitions.
Okay. Okay. And anyone can enter those?
I mean, it helps if you're a magician.
Well, yeah. I'm just like if someone started tomorrow and was like, "Oh, I want to go compete," can they just go enter?
Yes, they
Just
could.
entering and
There,
doing a tap solo.
there is a vetting process. You have to be accepted. But then the ultimate goal for competition magicians is to go to, it's called FISM, FISM. It's the International Federation of Magic Societies. You don't want me to do French. It's not worth it. But the French acronym for it is FISM, International Federation of Magic Societies.
Okay.
And they do every 3 years or every 2 years. They have a host country, and it's the Olympics of Magic. That's where the big contests are. And if you win at FISM, you're basically guaranteed to perform anywhere you want for the rest of your life.
Okay. So now I'm like really curious. Is there a correlation between people who do or magicians who do the contests and magicians who have like professional careers? Like, is it the same people or is it like separate magicians who are like, oh, I have this show, or like I'm a full-time magician, but I am not in the world of the contests?
Well, that's
Like in
tough.
the way of like dancer, like I am a professional dancer and I teach dance, but I don't go do dance competitions.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's different schools of thought on this. There's a magician friend of mine who said to me, Bill, at a certain point, what's the point in competing? Because it is an ego stroke, right? And if you've hit a certain level of performance and you go and compete and one of your contemporaries beats you, suddenly that's hanging over your head like, hey, why are you getting that gig? I beat you. I should get that gig, which is a really weird kind of thing to hold over someone's head. But also, some of the greatest performers that have been on the Las Vegas Strip have won major magic competitions. Lance Burton won FISM. He won the IBM. He won these contests that propelled him to the right places to get the gig at the Monte Carlo before it was MGM Park. He used at the Monte Carlo for 15,000 shows.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say there's necessarily a correlation, but
Interesting.
it really depends on, will this competition hurt me or will this competition help me?
Okay. Okay.
Kind of like, dare I say, the Got Talent competitions. Will going on this competition show help my trajectory, or are they going to take my performance story, spin it, and suddenly make me look really bad? Right?
Okay.
Now, was it all no press is bad press, all press is good press, P.T. Barnum's thing? It's 2025 going on 2026. I don't need bad press.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't need that. So, yeah, I get that a lot is, you should go on America's Got Talent. Thank you. I've learned to take that as a compliment because some of the best performers I've ever seen have been on America's Got Talent.
Yeah. I got that a lot too in the Midwest. You should go on So You Think You Can Dance.
Thank you.
I was like, yeah, it's definitely an option. Definitely an option.
Yep.
Yep, them
It's an option. It is an option. But honestly, I've seen the performers that badmouth and talk ill of things. And behind the scenes, people are like, well, he's kind of a jerk, but he's good. I'd rather just take out that first half of the sentence and just be like, oh, he's really good.
Yeah. Amen.
So when people say, you should do XYZ show, I'm glad you think that way. Thank you. Just let that be.
Right. Did you learn that the hard way?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, younger Bill spoke way too much. Older Bill doesn't shut the hell up.
There's a difference.
Oh, yeah. I have opened my mouth a time or two to the wrong person and been like, oh, they were being nice and I'm an ass, you know?
In a way that's hindered your career or hindered your friendships?
They hindered friendships.
Okay.
Hindered. See, I don't know the gigs I've been passed on. I don't know.
That's true.
You never know the gigs that are like, wow, I was going to hire him, but then he said something and well, now I don't want to do that anymore. I mean, look at just what's happening this last week in the media. I was going to hire this person, but they have a different view than I do on XYZ that's happening. I don't want to deal with that person anymore. Oh,
Right.
That's where we are? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So my dad taught me at a young age, it's better to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt.
Yeah. Yeah. I listen, I get it. I've put myself in some situations too. That's okay. We live and we learn.
You and I met on a ship. We met on the grandeur of the seas way back in the day. And just pretty recently, I had a decision passed on from a higher up that I disagreed with that led me to vocalize my disagreement with the stage and production manager. And then upon reflection of the things that I disagreed on, I had to go back and kind of bury my head in the sand and apologize to the stage and production manager. Like, look, I know you didn't make this decision. I know that you're just doing what the higher ups told you. I apologize for the things that I disagreed with you on, and I hope we're good. I'm like, yeah, we're good. But the last thing I need is for this person to go to the reviews they write to the entertainers and say, hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know about you, but lately I've definitely learned that there's a way to say your piece in a very eloquent way. So where you don't come off like you're hard to deal with or hard to work with.
I need to learn how to do that.
I recently sat on an email for like days because I was like, how do I tell this person, no, what you're offering me is terrible. Offer education and offer like, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just trying to let you know that what you're asking me to do is a little bit disrespectful. Days. But
well, there is a here's a trick that I have used. And again, it's not passive aggressive, but it's, hey, Bill, we're looking to hire you for an event. Are you available on this day? I am available. Yeah. What's the event? What's your budget? Oh, we want XYZ, blah, 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 blah. The budget's $100. That's not enough for me to even open this email for $100. Okay. Well, that's a little bit out of the range of my budget, or that's a little bit out of the range of my fee. How about I do XYZ for XYZ price? Can we meet here in the middle? No, our budget's $100, period. Like, that's the response. Cool. Unfortunately, it's not going to work out, but here, let me give you the name of 3 magicians in the area that belong to their high school's magic club. Maybe they can guide you maybe they can give you more in the vein of what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You can't afford me. Give it to the guys that need the money in the local club, right?
Right. Oh, yeah. Heard.
So, I mean, that probably won't work in a town like Las Vegas where it's like, well, okay, I'll find someone who's desperate for the $100, right?
Right.
And that's
Now,
the worst thing is, well, we found someone, and then you see your friend posting about the gig that you turned down, and you're like, I know what you did. I know what you did.
I know what you can't hide from me. But I mean, like, you can't hide from me. You can't hide from
Where's
this
my
industry.
trench coat, my hook, and where's my slinker, my coat, and my hat, and my hook? Like,
okay, this is actually good because I like that we're going down this road because also I messaged a few friends about this and I was like, this is what they're offering. Like, what do you think I should how should I reply to this? I've never had to do this before. And I was given a few different pieces of advice, but one of my friends, Tita, love her. She was like, but if you feel like it's on your heart to take this job, people take jobs for many, many reasons. If you want to use this as a learning experience to do this, that's your prerogative. I support you. And she was like, don't feel so bad about taking a low rate job if it really gets you the experience that you want. And I sat there and I was like, okay, that's valid. That is very valid. Now, luckily, the person that was offering me this rate, we just had a very big miscommunication on what she was actually asking for. So as soon as we sorted that out, I was like, oh, okay, it all makes sense now. But it was still, I won't forget that she said that because it's so easy and quick to judge people because they take a low rate job. And it's also like, okay, but A, what else are they going through? B, why are they taking this job? And C, like, what is there that I don't know of? You know?
yeah.
Anyway, that was
but
my
also,
little rant.
no, God. We've been talking for 23 minutes. I've spoken for 22 and a half. But aren't you glad you got clarified before you completely lit this person up?
Oh, yeah. That's why I was like, how do I tell this person this is what, like, I was like, I know you're not from Vegas, but this is usually how it works in Las Vegas. Like, if this is something that we can aim more towards, I'm happy to help you out.
Hey, just to clarify, like, start with, like, hey, just to clarify.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think even before I sent the long message, I was like, just to clarify, you want this? And she was like, yes. And I said, oh, okay. Yeah, here's the novel.
Yeah, that's fair. But you still were able to clarify to double. But even then, what she was asking for was not what she wanted, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It was what she wanted, but in my head, I was like, you want all of that? Thinking that, like, what do you mean you want all of that? That's a lot of material. And you're offering me, like, how much it costs to, like, get a new tire? What do you mean?
Yeah.
And then she was like, I think there's another miscommunication. Let's get on the phone. And I was like, you want us to memorize all of this? And she was like, oh my God, no. And I was like, okay, but you said, and she's like, no. I mean, like, it's really chill. It's just like step touches. I was like, oh, okay. I get it. I'm with you. I understand. I'm following now.
You and I communicated via text for how long to get this set up today? And dear viewers, listeners, readers, podcasters, onlookers, and friends through the other side of the screen, allow me to state, I am the worst person in regards to communication via a text medium. Call me. I'm not that great at calling either, but I'm not great at communicating in general. But it was finally like, oh, crud, I still haven't set this up. Ring, ring. Hey, Abbie, when do you want to do this? Cool. Done. It was 15-minute phone call?
Yep.
Yeah. But, okay, horrible little secret. How am I a successful performer when I'm so bad at communicating, I don't answer my own phone calls, my own business emails, or my own business text messages. I have a manager. I have someone else that runs my business. Show business is 2 words, show and business.
Mhm.
Business is twice as long as show. I'm really good at this. I'm horrible at this. So I found someone to run that part for me.
Uh-huh.
Now, there's not a show that's inked or a decision that's made without my consent and
Mhm.
let's do it. But
Mhm.
I'm I I can't. That is not in my wheelhouse of jumbled wires that is my brain.
Oh, my
So,
goodness.
yeah.
You're actually the
And
second guest I had on that say that you both claim that you're the worst at communication or, like, answering via text or email or it's funny to me.
I would show you the outstanding text message number and email number on my phone, but it's currently the camera. It's a lot. It's there's 20,000 emails unread. Uh, somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 text messages and 400 phone call thing. Yep, I'm
Mhm.
bad. But okay, if it's a number I don't know, it's gonna go to voicemail. And if it's there's a lot of scam likely that comes
It's
calling,
true.
and yeah.
It's true.
But going back, reeling it back about if it's you can do a job for money, you could do a job for passion, you could do a job for experience. Those are the 3 big deciding factors. Am I going to make money on this? No. Then I better be learning something or it's passionate to me.
Mhm.
When I'm home, not traveling,
Mhm.
most of my during the week work are nursing homes. Nursing homes, Alzheimer's dementia, memory care, assisted living, independent living, veterans, rehabilitation. That is amazing morning, afternoon work that I can do every single day where I am working new material in. I've had new technology. So the remote that I run my show off of, I broke that in doing nursing home shows.
Mhm.
Learning how to work with a stick mic, learning how to work with a headset mic, learning how to work with a mic with a cable. I'm not going to break that in on a ship, but I'm going to break it in over 5 weeks of nursing home work.
Yeah.
It doesn't pay. It pays. It pays a couple $100, but I'm getting real life experience for people who are genuinely happy that I'm there.
Mhm.
A lot of them don't realize that I'm there, and I get that, but I'm at least getting something out of that. And
Mhm.
then there are shows that I will do because it feels right to do. Boys
Yeah.
and girls clubs, children's hospital stuff. At Thanksgiving, I'll perform I'm not that far from Great Lakes Naval Base. So when the recruits on Thanksgiving, it's the first time to go and have coffee and watch football and whatever. They do it at an American Legion post. So I'll go and perform for them in the morning. There,
Mhm.
there, there's reasons for everything that I do. And a lot of people don't get it. A lot of people don't get why I do ships.
Mhm.
And I've had a couple friends that I've brought on with me, and they'll say, I didn't get it, but now I get it. It's a full house that I don't have to sell a ticket to. It's a full house that I don't have to advertise to. It's a full house with moving lights and fog machines and not an empty seat in the 400 seat theater. And then I get a vacation.
Right? And you get to see some cool places.
Yeah. The weird thing though is when I gig at home, as soon as I leave the venue, I never see these people again. So it's
Mhm.
weird that the next morning I'm having breakfast with the dude that I had up on stage. That's weird to me.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh,
But
I bet.
yeah.
Oh, I bet you've had some weird interactions like that, though.
Yeah. And depending on the buyout of the cruise.
Oh. Oh my god, wait, what's a crazy story
Oh,
that you
they've
can
got
share?
there are cruise buyouts for every group. There's the
Yeah.
Quilters cruise buyout. There's the Star Trek cruise buyout. There's the Star Wars cruise buyout. The Ohio State Boosters buyout. The Ohio State Boosters. You can't say it out loud Oh, you're going to get someone over there going, oh, no, I was saying, oh, to, oh. You can't gesture with like an exclaimed, oh, without someone else trying to yell the rest of Ohio at you. There's swingers cruises. There's nudist cruises. There's fetish cruises. Everyone's going to rent the vessel for something.
What's the craziest one you've been on?
Trying to pinpoint one crazy cruise is one thing. I just remember individual passengers.
Okay.
There was the young couple, the super young couple, during the Love and Marriage game, where they asked, where's the strangest place you've ever made love? And their answer was the balcony of this theater during the magic show yesterday. That was exciting.
Bill, did you know that you were such a turn on?
I just thought someone was clapping the whole time. It's just having a great time.
This crowd really loves me.
There is one happy person up there.
That's good.
That'll
never leave you.
Oh, no. I don't know how dark you want to get on this podcast today. This is something I've talked about in other places. So if you wish me to swerve, by all means, I have had 7 people not wake up from my performances. I have had 7 people die while sitting in my audience. I work a lot of nursing homes. I work a lot of cruise ships. Mm-hmm. So I've had 7 people no longer here. And then I've had at least one couple try to make another life during my show. What I need is 6 more of those to offset the the ratio.
You got to put out your next marketing stunt has to be like, I need more couples, calling all couples in Chicago to come offset this.
Yes. Yeah.
What an ad.
Yeah, well, what, calling all comers? Like,
I'm going to stop myself before I say some inappropriate jokes.
What I said isn't inappropriate? Come on, Abbie.
Did you see? Now I have more questions about this. Did you know that they had passed during after the show was over?
There was one time that it was at a rehabilitation home, and the room's interesting. It's a 90 degrees of windows. So like you're in a room, that wall's windows, and some people could sit in the room with me. Other people had their hospital beds outside the glass windows, but my speaker system was loud enough that everyone could hear me because they opened the doors, whatever. Someone coded in their bed, and an orderly started compressions. They wheeled the person away and found out they did not make it. But it was like, if the casino's on fire, until someone tells you to stop, you keep dealing. That was tough. That one was tough.
Yeah.
The hardest show I've ever performed at, there was 2 of them. One was a man that he knew when his day was coming. His family had already, not palliative care. Oh God, what's it called? Compassionate. I forget the name of it. He knew the day that he was going to pass away. They had legally figured it out. Okay. And he liked magic, and he wanted a magician. And it was me and his family in his living room, and he watched a magic show. And that one was tough. That was tough to be like, because normally when you're leaving a gig, you're like, hey, if you need another magician any other time, feel free,
Yeah.
Oh, I had to be like, well, it's been a joy. I don't know what to say to that. You just pivot and kind of walk away, fade into the distance. Yeah. And the other one was I did a performance at the Illinois Masonic Children's Burn Hospital. That was tough. Great for my heart. Great for, I did great things, but that was spiritually rough.
Wow.
Huh?
So why, I'm going to tie into this. Why do you do magic?
Couple reasons. It breaks every barrier we've put up as a society. So the billionaire can sit next to a pauper and enjoy the exact same thing and laugh at the exact same things. The person who has it all next to the person who has nothing, they don't have to speak the same language to understand that something is there, and that it's gone, and that it's back. It breaks social, socioeconomic, language, race, creed, sexual orientation. What I do breaks every barrier, and it somehow unites and connects people, because think about this. When two people from different parts of the entire spectrum do this at the exact same thing, they are in common thought at the exact moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one reason. Two, it makes me happy.
Oh.
It makes me happy. Ask my wife. When I'm stressed, when I feel like I can't control what's going on around me, I pick up a deck of cards. That's the only thing I can control. That's the only thing that I know how to work with. And I'm good at it. I found something when I was really young that I'm good at, that I can do. And that is socially acceptable in most parts of the world. There's some places I wouldn't want to do magic. You wouldn't want to see me bust out a deck of cards of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier at Arlington National Cemetery. That's a no-no. You wouldn't want to see me going to, Buckingham Palace and wanting to show the king a magic trick. But the king is a magician. He's a member of the Magic Circle in London.
Oh my God, really?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I have seen video of the king, back then the prince, doing the cups and balls trick at the Magic Circle.
That's so cute.
Yeah. I can't pinpoint exactly why I do magic, but those are definitely a couple reasons as to why. As to why.
Yeah. And what gave you the inspiration to start going to these places to do magic, whether it be nursing homes or the hospitals?
Well, the nursing home started with, I was doing a kind of dinner theater show at a place in downtown Chicago called the Parthenon. And the manager said, hey, we have a husband and wife couple that do dancing here. They run an agency. You should talk to them. Okay. Here's my information. They specifically hire for nursing homes. So it all worked out for that. And then I am a Freemason. So being able to work with the Illinois Masonic Children's Home when that was still operational, the Shriners Hospital, the Burn Hospital, it all came into, hey, would you be willing to? Hey, would you be willing to? Hey, would I be willing to? Of course I would. God, of course I would. And then Boys and Girls Clubs, during the summer, they're looking for entertainment. And I don't want to say it's practice, but you can only practice as a magician so much alone. You need other people to help with that. So a captive audience that's willing to sit there and enjoy stuff, even if it's bad, let's go. So for as much as it's, my good nature, I know it's in good nature to do these things, but it's one of the three things. Was I getting money for it? Was I learning from it? Yes. Did it feel good? Yes. So
it's a very, from the outside looking in, being a magician is a very giving world or giving job, in the sense of like, I don't know where I was going to go with that sentence, but
it's giving in the fact that that magic is an art that I get to give, that if I do it just for myself, like you can paint just for yourself.
Yeah.
You can play music just for yourself. You can dance just for yourself.
Yeah.
And if no one else was around, you were still fulfilled by painting, by music, by by dance just in doing it.
Right.
Me, I need another person.
Yeah. Yours almost doesn't, you don't really have a choice.
Right. Because I know the method. I know the thing.
Right.
And the mirror will tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Right.
But it's not the same as the art that I'm doing needs that extra grab.
Right.
But it's also one of so as much as it is a giving art, it's also one of the most selfish arts because I don't want to tell you how it's done. So
Well, that ruins it.
It's this nice yin yang of, some of the good and some of the bad, some of the bad and some of the good kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just processing it.
No.
Has there ever been a moment in your career where you were like, I can't do this anymore. I want to go do something else. Like it got really hard.
Yes. I was dating a woman she was a career individual. She would say things to me like, you don't need to do this. I make enough money for the both of us. You could stay at home and take care of the dog. You could this. And it was just this constant, just arguments about, why are you traveling? Why are you this? What do you mean you're going out on Friday night to the House of Blues? We were supposed to, what are you doing? Well, your weekend is Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. My weekend is Monday, Tuesday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's when I work the most.
Mm-hmm. Those are my paydays.
Right? And I called my mentor, Jeff, and, Bill, how you doing? Jeff, I need to talk to your wife. Okay. Hands the phone over to his incredible wife, Abigail. I said, Abby, I don't know what to do. What do I do? She said, well, you need to have a conversation with her. And maybe you two aren't on the same page. Maybe this isn't right. Maybe it is, but you haven't set the boundaries and the guidelines and what have you. And they're fairly esoteric in their thinking, that whole family. And they said, she asked me, how old are you? And I said I was 28. And there's in astrological circles a thing called Jupiter's return, where every 7 years, Jupiter returns to the spot it was in the sky when you were born, blah, 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 blah. And it brings about change and turmoil and this, that, the other thing. Oh my God, I don't know. Maybe I should be thinking about a different way of doing things. And she said, just have a conversation with her. Well, the conversation wound up being a breakup. and it did, because I have never been happier in a profession. I've never been happier in my personal life. My wife is also a magician. We just got married this past April. She's a magician. She's a performer. She's absolutely incredible. There's never a moment where I think about, is this going to be a fight that I have to go work? She's off working right now in another state because that's what performers do, is sometimes we're together, sometimes we're apart. And I think one of the coolest moments of our relationship was when we were dating. She was from Vancouver. She was coming to be in Chicago for 2 weeks. She calls me and says, I have a gig opportunity. What do I do? And all of these past conversations and arguments that I've had with other past girlfriends came flooding into my brain. And I said the one thing that I wished that any of them would have said to me. I said, oh, that's easy. Take the gig. Go make money. Go be happy. Take the gig. I'll be here when you're ready.
Uh-huh.
How many times have we had that conversation with someone else? Right?
Yeah.
So, yep, I genuinely thought about quitting when I was 28. If I could go back in time, I'd smack that younger me. What are you doing?
But you learn from it, and then it makes you appreciate things, I'm guessing, more. It makes
Yes.
the place that you're in now a little bit sweeter.
COVID did that too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, COVID, man, I never thought that I took for granted the sound of an audience applause. Oh, the first time I heard a proper audience clap, I cried on stage in front of people. I didn't know I needed that. I've been described as Tinkerbell. I survive on this sound.
Oh my God, me too.
Over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
You are totally Tinkerbell. Yes. It's the pixie cut and the
the blonde hair, the light eyes. Yeah.
But it's this sound.
Anyway.
Over and over again. As long as I get this, I'm happy. Conversation going how you thought it was going to go?
I don't know. I never know. I never really have expectation. I just kind of see how it goes, to be honest.
Okay. How's it going?
It's great.
Okay.
It's great. How do you feel about it?
I feel like I've been talking for 50 minutes.
That's the point. That's the point.
That's fair.
This
isn't the discourse conversation. It's the interview, right?
Yeah. So what has been the most surprising thing you've learned, whether it be about magic, whether it be about the industry that maybe you weren't expecting?
The most surprising thing about the industry?
Whatever pops to your head first.
Ooh. I can't pinpoint one thing. I've learned so much about, magic's one thing I've learned, but I've learned so much about, like, theater and back-of-house stuff as much as I've learned on stage. Like, I've worked with choreographers, I've worked with dancers, I've worked with singers, I've worked with union houses and non-union houses. I've worked with ticket sales and marketing and designing of posters and designing of merchandise, and then sales and taxes and permits and bus rentals and equipment rentals. And one thing that surprises me is how many people it takes to put on a freaking show. Oh my God. It's like, you look at a movie, the credits that roll at the end of the movie, you're like, oh, it's Julia Roberts and Matt Damon in this movie. 2 people, right? It's this person, directed by this person. That's all it ever says. But the credits are 10 minutes long because there's everyone involved with production, post-production, costuming, lighting, audio, then secondary, and then special effects, and all of the team in the marketing department. And if I want to do a show at a theater, I'm dealing with at least 50 people.
I interviewed a producer, director, filmmaker, and he said it's a miracle that movies get made.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Miracle. Like, it's a miracle that any show happens. Like, I was talking to a friend of mine about, like, the cost of putting on a show. I was like, well, they're doing a tour. You have to understand, are they bringing their own stage? Are they, like, you have a tour manager? Or do they have their own sound guy? Do they have their own lighting guy? Are they bringing lights? Are they bringing their own stage? Do you have your musicians? What about their instruments? And I just, like, kept going and going. And he was like, oh my God, that sounds expensive. I was like, yeah.
The analogy of the iceberg. This is what you see sticking out of the water, but this is what's down here below.
Right. The actors, the performers, we're just the cherry on top of the sundae.
Yep.
Like, to be completely honest with you, we're just that. Almost irrelevant to the whole thing, because we are the last piece of the puzzle. Without everybody else, we're irrelevant. Yeah.
Yeah. I had dinner 2 nights ago with, did you watch the Oscars this year by any chance?
No.
Anything to do with lighting at the Oscars, she was in charge of.
Oh, wow.
She's a boss. Her name is Jay Koch. Absolutely fantastic. But her and her boyfriend were both in town. They're in between award seasons. And we got to talking about, okay, I want to do an award show. I want to do the Bill Cook Magic Awards.
Yeah.
I need it to be lit. How do I go about doing that? He said, all right, what do you want it to look like? I said, I don't know. She said, draw me a picture. Okay. So, like, I'm not serious about this. She goes, no, that's fine. So imagine you've drawn me a picture. I say, okay, so I'm handing you a picture. She goes, great. It is my job to interpret this.
Yeah.
As the lighting designer, it's my job to interpret this. And then I'll ask you things like, do you want it to sparkle? Do you want it to gradient? Do you want it to sizzle? Do you want it to win things like, okay, and the nominees are, what do you want to happen? Well, I want the screens to be lit, given the projectors. Got it. Cool. I want the screens to be lit. I want it to go dark in the theater, and I want the presenters to be lit. Okay, that's like, you tell someone in a rough whatever, the lighting designer then talks to their supplier and they'll say, cool, I want this rig, this. But it's my job for the vision. It's their job to interpret the vision. And it's this person's job to supply the interpretation of my vision.
Mm-hmm.
It gave me an anxiety attack. It just like, oh no. Oh gosh. Oh, I hated all of it. That's why I do a little magic show. I have 4 light cues, on, off, and then a special. That's it.
Oh no.
I do. I have lights on, lights off, and a special. That's it.
Oh my God. I should have asked this at the beginning of the podcast. What is your specializations, I guess, in magic? Because
I am a general practitioner of magic.
Okay.
Like a general practitioner doctor.
Uh-huh.
There's the phrase, jack of all trades, master of none, is always better than a master of one.
Mm-hmm.
Loved that.
Me too.
I loved that. What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a carpenter. Oh yeah, what do you do? I screw in Phillips head screws. Okay. Can't he do that? Yeah. I'm gonna go with that guy because I get more bang for my buck than that guy.
I know. And then whenever I meet people, they're like, "What do you do for work?" I'm like, better question is, what do I not do for work?
Yeah. Try and describe what I do. I am a prostitute. I entertain people for money.
Tax.
I am one of the 3 jobs in the Bible: carpenter, prostitute, magician. Technically, it was the 3 wise men who looked to the new star, but still, neither here nor there. Like,
either way, I'm gonna stand on that statement. That's funny. Anyway, I asked that because I don't know how many different specialties or subspecialties there are in magic. Like I worked for Rob Lake last year, and I have also seen your show, and I know that he doesn't do all the things that you do, and you don't do what he does. So that's why I had to ask.
There's the people that do grand stage illusions. There's the people that do.
Mm-hmm.
On stage, I'm more of a comedy magician. So that was a dirty phrase in the 80s, comedy magician. They used it as if you were a magician, but you did some cheap laughs, you were a comedy magician. Ha ha ha. And if you were a comedian that had a couple props, ha ha ha, you were a comedy magician. Ha ha ha.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's become like the thing. People want to laugh. They don't want the.
Mm-hmm.
This has become almost as bad as holding a rabbit. This is like, that. But there are some serious performers. Fine. There are comedy performers. There's close-up guys.
Mm-hmm.
Guys. I'm getting used to the phrasing. Guys is general, and I need to stop. I'm getting better with my verbiage. There are close-up performers, there are stage performers, there are illusionists, there are people that want to specialize, there are animal acts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm allergic to animals.
Got it.
But my wife and I have a couple stage illusions that we perform.
Mm-hmm.
I keep looking over at one of them, trying to figure out if I want to just pivot that all the way over to the, ignore the disaster of the, I've got
okay.
next to one of them. Just break everything.
Okay, amazing.
Did
you try other specialties before you kind of found your...
These are expensive, so I haven't gotten into those until fairly recently.
Yeah.
No. I didn't have the budget for those things until fairly recently.
Okay, curious.
Yeah, because when you buy this, you can buy books that show you how to make them.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. You can have someone make it. Fine. But either way, you're paying royalty to the creator. If you have it built, you're paying royalty to the builder. In some instances, you pay television rights, and a trick is told when it's sold. So you're also buying the knowledge. So yeah, it may just be plywood and aluminum, but you're also buying the knowledge that comes with it. You have paid the people that designed it, built it, and given rights and credence to it. There's more than just, here's $3,500 for the thing.
Uh-huh.
You're buying
Mm-hmm.
so much more with it.
Do you mean that literally? Like you're paying
Oh gosh,
royalties
yes.
to all those people? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I have an illusion in my storage unit. It is, when I bought the prop itself. I paid the builder his performance. I paid the builder his fee. I paid the performance rights to the owner, or to the guy that created it, and I had to pay for the ATA case.
Okay. So you're okay. Got it. So it's basically, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Talk about another thing that'll surprise you. Like that's there are certain magic tricks that when you buy, I'm trying to see if I have it handy. It's in one of my bookshelves over there. When you buy certain magic tricks, it comes with a certificate that says, I give explicit permission to perform in these situations.
Okay.
So, for television rights, contact XYZ. Because if that person wants to perform their trick solely on television, that's well within their right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Got it.
But usually, if something is printed in a book, it's fair game unless it is stated at the bottom of the trick, manufacturing rights reserved for XYZ. Fine, I get that. But contact XYZ for television or film rights.
So if you create your own, you obviously don't have to do that? Or you can?
I could do the same.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
For some things. For most things, though, people don't care.
Yeah, okay. Just curious. Like I said, I don't know much.
You know more than most.
I think it's only because I was part of a magician show last year. That's kind of it.
But still, you know more than most.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't take credit away from yourself, Abbie.
Okay, fine. Oh, I had a question. It escaped me, but it might come back. I'm going to move on to this one. What's your funniest story as a performer?
Oh, dear. Funniest story as a performer. I'm a comedy magician. Everything I do is funny. At a certain point, I make someone in the audience laugh. They say to never work with children or animals. So what do? I bring a child on stage and ask them to think of an animal. Like, bad things are going to happen. I've once asked a lady when she was due. She wasn't. Let's see.
On stage?
Yep.
How'd you get out of that?
I went, oops. I had no plan to get out of that one, Abbie. It was whoops. Funniest on stage. Aside from having, kids make me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
They're so innocent. They're so dumb. And I mean that with all the sincerity of the world. Most kids are dumb. My child goes to Montessori school. Your child knows the difference between glue and paste based on the taste of the tongue. Yeah, on their tongue, yeah. They know. My child has a 4.0 GPA. Your kid washed a pink shirt with the white clothes, okay? A red shirt with all their clothes are pink. It's okay. Oh, funniest story. Let me think about that. Get back to me on that one.
Okay.
There's so many. What else?
Well, I was getting another one you have to think about. I was going to ask you a highlight moment in your career so far. I know I'm making your brain work.
Man, I've had so many. It's really weird to think that, there have been some cool moments in my career. Magic's been really good to me. I performed on stage at the Detroit Symphony Center. I fell on stage at the Detroit Symphony Center. Oh, they gave us stairs so we could go into the audience. and it's 5 stairs, but the top stair was just this short of the stage. And so I said, come on up and, come on up and join me. And I extend my hand out and I grabbed her hand and my foot hit that thing. And I just went, ah! I just blew up. Oh, okay, funniest thing. I'm doing a show in Italy called La Grande Magia, The Illusionist. It was 4 really well-known magician judges. Uri Geller from Israel, Topaz from Germany, Max Maven from the United States. 5 judges. Ed Alonso from the United States and Franz Harrer from the United States. So 5 really well-known judges. And it was a competition show to see who the Grand Illusionist was. And I was brought on as a foil to the host. Now, the host is like the Ryan Seacrest of Italy. Oh, yeah, everybody knows who this guy is. And I was brought on as this like antagonistic little shit just to annoy him, right? And I was told in broken English, okay, Bila Kuka, you are going to run to Teo. His name is Teo, was the host. Run to Teo, do the trick, and then I leave. Got it. So I'm going to beeline out to this guy, plant, and it was going to be, I had a sheet of paper. I was going to go, and then when I unfold it, it was going to be a cutout of his face.
Mm-hmm.
That was what I was going to do. Okay. So ready.
Mm-hmm.
He starts his thing, and I'm waiting to hear the sentence in Italian that I've memorized. And I hear it, and I start going. What I don't remember is that the act that's on ahead of me was doing fire breathing. So they've taken and they're blowing the fluid all over, whatever, and the stage is a mirrored finish. I don't see the big puddle of lighter fluid on the ground. I've got in one ear my translator and then a microphone on this ear, right? I've got 2 belt packs on my back right above my butt. We're in something the size of an airplane hangar, full of people because we're doing it for TV. I hear it. I run out. I hit that puddle. Woo! Shoot. I do, 1/8 in reverse. And I land. Bam! Oh! I pick myself up. I go, they in the commercial break, my friend, one of the judges, comes up and he goes, I didn't know you started working on pratfalls, Bill. I didn't speak. I just rip.
You just went straight into the act.
This fucking train wreck just erupted onto the stage. And it just haphazardly tore a newspaper into pieces. I landed on the one pack from my in-ear and one pack I landed on it, and I had a bruise that looked like Australia right above my ass. I had an Australian tramp stamp for
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. What'd you get in Italy? A tramp stamp?
Oh, I got a tramp stamp of Australia. Oh. Okay. Wow. In China, I learned that illusionists, if you're performing to music, you can talk to your other people on stage and no one's going to know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I did not know that. So I'm assisting my friend Jeff in Las Vegas, in China, and the music's going, and our assistant Melanie is in the box. Jeff comes with a blade and starts to cut her in half, and I'm holding the head portion of the box, and she says, are we doing Italian for dinner, or are we going somewhere else? And I went, we're not, what are you doing? And Jeff, holding the sword, goes, We had Italian last night. Let's go find like authentic Chinese. We're in China, pushes the box apart, takes the sword, steps through, and he goes, I mean, when was the last time you were in China and had Italian food? That seems weird. And I'm like, is everyone hearing this? We push the boxes back together. And Melanie has continued to have a full conversation with with me. Jordan is at her feet. Jeff he's swinging a sword over his head. We put her back together. She jumps out of the box and she goes, all right, cool. I'll make reservations. And then just pissed off backstage to make reservations for dinner. Oh, learn that one. Yeah.
That's awesome. But yeah, no, they can't hear anything if you're not mic'd.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Same show.
Mm-hmm.
We were there for 6 weeks, working at an amusement park outside of Shanghai. I had to do an illusion with Jeff, and then I had to book it, stage left, run around behind the upstage LED wall, get a prop, get ready for my cue, march out. There would be a flagpole that appeared. There would be a pose. I would hand him the next prop, take the flag, leave. It was raining so hard outside. The theater was leaking like a sieve, right? Mm-hmm. And I was in lifted boots because I'm not 6 foot. Jordan, our other male assistant, is 6 foot. I had to be the same height as Jordan. So I'm 5'9". I'm in 3-inch lifts. Made my butt look good. All right.
Oh, I bet it did.
Oh, girl. I didn't get it until I started walking around. I was like, oh. Well, between the water and the boots, as I'm booking it, I tripped and I landed headfirst into a wall. Thought nothing of it. Got up, shook my ass out, grabbed the prop. It's my cue. I march out, present the flag. Jeff goes,
She's absolutely frightened to look at you.
I had cut right here and was just pouring blood down. I thought it was water from the theater and sweat. I had cut right here on the wall and it was just down my face. I had to get stitches. I've got somewhere over here a mark. But yeah, oh man, that was a good time. That was a great time. But just to watch him just
freak out. Oh, it's good. Nothing. There's so many funny stories. Oh, it's always good.
But it's one of those you had to be there to experience it if you haven't experienced it. But I said a few minutes ago, magic's been so good to me. Think about this, Abbie. If I wasn't a magician, I wouldn't be on this call.
Oh, yeah.
If I wasn't a magician, we would have never met.
Mm-hmm.
If I wasn't a magician, I would have never met my wife.
Yeah.
Most of my friends I know because of being a magician.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I have one friend that I keep in contact with from high school. That's my best friend, Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Magic's been really good to me.
Mm-hmm. If there's somebody out there who's always wanted to dabble in magic, what advice would you give someone?
When you read, you innovate. When you watch, you imitate. I started with a magic kit and a magic book, and I got good at reading through the description of a trick and then being like, okay, that sounds cool. How does that work? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool. Oh, what is that? Okay, I need to figure out what this is. So when I worked at a magic shop, I would go and ask either another magician, or if they didn't know, they would direct me to the bookshelf. So I'd be like, all right, in the index, is this anything about okay, so here's how to do that thing. So now I've learned this thing. Now I can go finish off the rest of the trick. Read more than watch. You're going to come up with new ways to do everything. 1. 2, keep your hands clean. That's what everyone looks at. We think this is it. They're looking here. Be nice to the people on the way up, because on your way down, you're going to pass them again.
Yeah.
And they're going to be in higher positions.
Amen.
Don't be afraid to reach out to other performers about whether magicians or not. You're going to find the occasional ass, but for the most part, we're all in this together. There's enough pie to go around for everybody. And it's the coolest job in the world. It's the coolest job I've ever had, but you don't have to make it your job.
Mm-hmm.
You can do magic for fun, and that is so okay. That is so okay. Be a hobbyist. Enjoy one or two things. More than okay. There's plenty of seats at the table, and I'll save a spot next to you if you want it.
Are some of those things you wish someone told you at the beginning?
No, I figured out a lot of that the hard way.
Okay.
I figured out a lot of that the hard way, but I mean, almost 30 years doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my dad was a high school teacher for 30 years. My mom worked in schools for kids where it was either go to the school or go to prison. So they were never in the entertainment world, but they encouraged the snot out of me to do this. But most of those things like keep your hands clean, common sense, but be nice to people on the way up because you're going to pass them on the way down.
That's such a good quote.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
You want to be best friends with the crew when you're loading in? Bring them donuts and coffee. A $10 Starbucks run, a $10 Dunkin' run,
Mm-hmm.
$20
Makes all the difference in the
Dunkin'
world.
run. Yeah, there is no glory in being a prima donna. You don't want to be known as the person that's difficult to work with.
Amen. Amen.
And if you have the opportunity to be a prima donna and you have to, you better make damn sure that that's the hill you're going to die on.
Amen. It's hard to come back from.
Unless somehow you are one of the Baldwins.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all I have for you. Is there anything else that you want to share today?
This has been such a joy, Abbie.
Oh.
Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely.
Thank you for chatting. Thank you for not giving up on me after months of just
of course
just missed. Is there anything we didn't talk about? Nothing swerved away. Is there anything I said I had to get back to? And
no, because you ended up hitting the funny stories. It was great.
Right. I mean, do you eat sushi, Abbie?
Do I eat sushi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm vegan, so it has to be a veggie roll or a vegan sushi.
Okay. Well, Lance Burton is the reason I eat sushi. And I'll leave you with this. So Lance was the officiant at my wedding. Lance is the reason I met Sandra, my wife. We were both attending a teen seminar for magicians that was put on by Lance and instructed by my mentor, Jeff. So we both met at this seminar to learn from the masters. Oh, so long ago. So I'm in Las Vegas. I said to Lance, let's do lunch. Lance says, we're going to do sushi. I don't eat sushi. I don't trust sushi in a desert. Okay? Like, I don't trust the freshness of the fish in the desert. But whatever. I'm like, I don't eat sushi. And Lance says to me, Bill, Vegas headliners eat sushi. Shit, looks like I'm eating sushi. And, and it just goes to show you, magicians lie. That's just goes to show you. There you go. Well, magicians lie.
This podcast could have not ended in any more perfect way. I can't say anything else. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, that got me. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Bill.
Thank you, Abbie. Much love. Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Before the Curtain. Please be sure to rate, review, and subscribe wherever it is you listen to the podcast. We love to hear your virtual round of applause. If you know of a production or artist that deserves to have their story told, send us an email or message us on Instagram by clicking the link in the description.